Hello, love. Eat your heart out. This is Eve Christoph, your Love Life Muse, and I'm here to help you with the greatest news to enjoy your sensuality. Oh my goodness, we're on the topic of chocolate. Chocolate. And I have to say, the most amazing thing happened to me last night. I know that you've probably seen the movie Chocolat with Judi Dench and Juliette Binoche and Johnny Depp. Oh, that movie is my theme movie, okay? I've seen it more than 25 times, starting when my daughter was a little girl. And the thing about it for me is, like, everybody's got their myth, their mythology that they live. And that is my theme movie for my life mission, to bring to you the forbidden, luscious sensuality, femininity that's full of magic and lore and potions and natural bliss of the sexual goddess. So I do eat chocolate pretty often. I actually have some right here. See, these little bits, like throughout the day or the week, are enough for me to stay healthily luscious. But last night, I've only ever seen that movie Chocolat on tiny little screens throughout my life, and it was playing at Memorial Hall in Shelburne Falls, this beautiful old theater with this huge screen, and you could be up in the balcony, and they were feeding us all truffles and hot chocolate to go with it, and there were so many subtleties of the movie. I was there with my mother, my dear friend from childhood, Peter, and Miriam, and the goddess Miriam. And we were just like, the epicness of seeing it live in a huge screen like that. I felt like my life mission has now, it was the obvious thing from the universe, it has come into full throttle. So the mission being to share the deep, luscious feminine, to bring you to the taboo, to get you to notice your food, your sensuality, to be good with your body, with nourishing your body. That is so taboo. What if you were to put your body first all the time? I mean, why is that taboo? That should be the first thing that we always do. Okay, love life, and enjoy chocolate. You know, it does have a certain one of our bliss hormones that it releases into your brain. Forgot the name of the one that chocolate releases, but it's really as part of our euphoria when you take a little bit of it. I mean, sometimes I've been known to have a whole bar in a day. That doesn't seem to do me any wrong. But live your magic story, darling. Okay, this is it. This is our chance. This is the beginning of actually daring to transform a village. See, when you do it for you, you do the forbidden taboo of loving your body and food and sensuality first. Everybody feels the ripple effect around you. They all want some of that. They're all a little jealous, right? and you transform everybody by simply loving yourself more. Oh, yeah. Eat your heart out. So chocolate brings me to the passionate place of my life mission, my soul mission. That's what it does for me. What does chocolate do for you? We're eating our hearts out. So we're eating in a way with awareness to see what is the magic of this recipe, of this gift from Mama Earth. As you receive her gift, she has a magic she awakens in you through your food. Chocolate, chocolat. The Gypsy Caravan. I love that in the movie. But the Gypsy Caravan is a houseboat traveling down the river, dispensing more gypsy magic. And in the second book, I don't know if you've seen that there was actually a second sequel to Chocolat that was not made into a movie. But in this movie, this story, the witch magic is all the more intense. And in the end, they both get on the Gypsy Caravan houseboat and travel down the waters, dispensing magic chocolate. In the story, of Chocolat, it's the mother and daughter in their red cloaks, eternally traveling, giving this magic recipe to the world. And eventually, she needs to settle down. She's just had so much traveling, But it's all about the wind of magic. Right now, as I was sitting in the movie, it was so amazing. My daughter is in Mexico, and she was buying her offerings, her chocolate and her candles for the god of the wind, Hecate Quetzalcoatl. And that's why I'm wearing these earrings today. The one who brings the rain of blessing. That is the wind of the goddess. Not just any wind. Not the winds who tear apart the house or have a hurricane or drench the garden so that there's no food. Those are terrifying winds, or make your children sick. No, the wind of the goddess is the wind that brings blessing, that brings change, that brings transformation, that brings magic, that brings love. And all day yesterday, before I saw the movie, the day started with the wind wildly, lusciously rippling the trees and a waterfall that had erupted through the mountain behind my house, cascading down. And the wind all through the movie was howling outside the theater. Not exactly howling, just whooshing, It wasn't that scary howl. It was that luscious of the wind. This is what chocolate brings me now. Chocolate brings me all of this. And I even use the soundtrack to the movie Chocolat in my car to remind myself that I'm in my magic story. I'm doing this, the bringing of the recipe to you. Of your luscious awakening, your luscious desire being the best thing to listen to. Listen to your desire. Trust your desire. Trust your passion, darling, okay? And there was my daughter buying her offerings in the sacred mountains of Mexico. While I was watching this movie, I got her call right afterwards, and she's with all the weather workers of this ancient town, Tepoztlan in Mexico, where they are all weather workers from all over the world, from the ancient traditions, are gathering together and have invited my daughter because she was born into their tradition as a little baby. She was born and they all asked her to be reminded that she was born into their circle when she turned 16, and now she's there on her own journey, while the movie Chocolat comes in full view in the full screen in her own hometown. Doesn't it all connect? You see what I mean? Your story connects on all levels all the time. There are all these dimensions of your mythology. So when you find which story is your mission story, which story touches your archetype, which movie can you watch that always puts you back in touch with your soul mission? My name being Eve, Of course I want to bring the forbidden back in a way to have the goddess to be honored instead of thrown away along with the planet. The goddess is the planet, and the goddess is the body, and the goddess is your pleasure zones, and the goddess is your taste centers, all these different taste buds you have. So erotic, right? So there is no sexuality of woman without honoring food, the journey of luscious feeding ourselves, because the pleasure, allowing pleasure from a man, it's the same act of allowing the pleasure of food. But first, darling, we need to feed ourselves. And you as a man, you need to do the same for yourself. Feed yourself so that you're not starving when you come to womankind, so that you have a fulfillment that you can now receive the more of her. But you've been fed first by your own love of your lusciousness, of your 5 senses, your sight, your mind's clairvoyance, your hearing, your taste, your touch, right? Sound. Ah. Which one did I miss? Sight, hearing, touch, taste. Oh, I must be missing one. What is it? Tell me, darling. We're always missing something, though. That's the thing, right? Follow the craving. Follow your unreasonable, passionate desire. Follow the craving. You can trust craving. They were wrong in all those religions that you can't trust desire. Desire is the key to your bliss. It is. When we become obsessed, greedy, and harmful of others, that's not the same thing as desire anymore. That's something else. That's the lack of being fed, the lack of filling up. It's the filling up you can trust. Okay? Love, 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 love. Chocolat. Eat your heart out.